The wisdom of the inner silence. Speak only when necessary. Think about what you are going to say before you open your mouth. Be brief and precise, as each time you let a word out, you also let a part of your vital energy. In this way, you will learn to develop the art of speaking without losing energy. Never make promises you cannot keep. Do not complain and do not use words that project negative images around you. If you have nothing good, true, or useful to say, it is better to be silent and to say nothing. Learn to be like a mirror. Listen and reflect. The universe itself is the best example of a mirror that nature has given to us, because the universe accepts unconditionally our thoughts, our emotions, our words, our actions, and it sends the reflection of our own energy in the form of the different circumstances that arise in our lives. If you identify yourself with success, you will succeed. If you identify yourself with failure, you will fail. Therefore, we can see that the circumstances that we live are simply external manifestations of the content of our inner talk. Learn to be like the universe, listening and reflecting the energy without any dense emotions and prejudices. Because being like a mirror without reacting is how we learn to speak in a different way, with the mind quiet and in silence. Do not seek self-importance and be humble, because the more you think that you are superior or smart, the more you will become prisoner of your own image and you will live in a world of tension and illusions. Be discreet, protect your intimate life. In that way, you free yourself from the opinions of others and you will have a quiet life, becoming invisible and mysterious as the Tao. Do not compete with others. Become like the earth that nourishes us and gives us what we need. Help others to perceive their qualities, to perceive their virtues, to shine. The competitive spirit always makes the ego grow and inevitably leads to conflicts. Have confidence in yourself. Preserve your inner peace, avoiding provocation and falling into other people's traps. Do not commit easily. If you act fast, without taking a deep awareness of the situation, you're going to create complications for yourself. People do not trust those who say yes very easily, because they know that yes is not solid. Take a moment of inner silence to consider everything that is taking place and make your decision later. This will develop confidence in your inner wisdom. If there is something you don't know or you do not have the answer to a question, accept it. The fact of not knowing something is very uncomfortable for the ego because it likes to know everything. It always wants to be right and give its personal opinion. In reality, the ego does not know anything. It just makes you believe that it does. Avoid judgment and criticism. The Tao is impartial and non-judgmental. It does not criticize people, it has an infinite compassion and it doesn't know duality. Each time you judge someone, the only thing you are doing is expressing your personal opinion, which is a waste of energy. It is pure noise. Judging is a way to hide your own weaknesses. The sage tolerates everything and does not say a word. Remember that everything that bothers you about others is a projection of all that you have not solved yet about yourself. Choose silence regularly to re-educate your ego, which has the bad habit of talking all the time. Practice the art of silence. Take one day of your week to restrain your speech, or at least some hours according to your daily schedule. This is an excellent exercise to know and learn the unlimited Taoist universe. Progressively, you will develop the art of talking without talking, and your true inner nature will replace the artificial personality, allowing your heart's light to emerge and the power of the wisdom of silence. Thanks to this force, you will attract to you everything you need to thrive and free you completely. Remain in silence, cultivate your own inner peace. Respect other people's life and everything that exists in the world. Do not try to force, manipulate, or control others. Otherwise, nobody will respect your life, and the universe will prove you wrong until you learn the lesson. Become your own teacher and let others be who they are or who they are capable of becoming. In other words, live according to the sacred life of the Tao. What is love? It is a deep need to be one with the whole, a deep need to dissolve into a unity, the you and the self. Love is like this, because we are separated from our own source. From that separation comes the desire to return to the whole and to unite with Him. Your ego has become a barrier between you and your earth, the all. The man suffocates, cannot breathe, has lost its roots. It is not longer fed. Love is a desire for nourishment. Love is rooted in existence. Love in oneself is valuable. It has no purpose, it has no end. It has an immense significance, a great joy, an ecstasy in itself, but these are not ends. Love is not a business where matter the purpose, the goals. There is always a certain madness in love. Love has no reason. You can simply say, all I know is that to love is to experience the most beautiful space within oneself. But that is not a purpose. That space is not mental. Like a rosebud with a drop of dew on it, shining like a pearl and with the first morning breeze and the sun, the cocoon is dancing. Love is the dance of your life. Love is the orgasmic encounter of life and death. To reach it, there are 4 steps that must be remembered. The first, to be here and now, because love is only possible in the here now. You can't love in the past. The second step to love is to learn to transform your poisons into honey. The third step to love is to share your positive things, share your life, share everything you have. All beautiful you are, do not hide it. And the fourth, to be the nothingness. Once you begin to think that you are someone, you will be stagnant. Then love does not flow. Love only flows from someone who is nobody. Love dwells only in nothingness. When you are empty, there is love. When you are full of ego, love disappears. Love and ego can't converge. It is very easy to love people in the abstract. The real problem arises in the concrete. And remember, if you do not love real humans, all your love for the trees and the birds and all the animals is false. Love is a very fragile flower. It has to be protected, it has to be reinforced, it has to be watered. Only then it is strengthened. Love is something natural, just as you breathe. And when you love someone, do not start demanding. If not from the very beginning, you will be closing the doors. Do not have any expectations. If something comes to your way, feel gratitude. If nothing comes, it is not necessary for you to come. You do not need it. You can't keep the expectation. Love is not a business, so stop treating it as such. If not, you will ruin your life, love, and know that is beautiful in it, because everything that is beautiful is not all negotiable. Business is the ugliest thing in the world, a necessary evil, but existence does not know about business. The trees bloom, it is not a business. The stars shine, it's not a business, and you do not have to pay for it, and no one demands anything from you. A bird comes and stands at your door. You sing a song, and it does not ask for a certificate or something. He has sung his song, and then, very happy, it is flying without leaving traces. That is how love grows. Give and don't expect to see how much you can receive. Become an individual, that's the first thing. The second, do not expect perfection, do not ask and do not demand. Love common people. There is nothing wrong with the common people. The common people is extraordinary. Every human being is so unique. Have respect for that unique being. Third, give and give without any condition, and you will know what love is. I can't define it. I can show you the way it grows. I can teach you how to plant a rose bush, how to water it, how to fertilize it, how to protect it. Then one day, unexpectedly, the rose appears and your house is filled with fragrance. This is how love happens. The word love can have two absolutely different meanings. Not only different, but diametrically opposed. One meaning is love as a relationship. The other is love as a state of being. The moment love becomes a relationship, it becomes slavery, because there are expectations, there are demands, there are frustrations and an effort on both sides to dominate. It becomes a struggle for power. Love as a state of being is a totally different word. It means that you simply love. You are not establishing a relationship. Your love is like the fragrance of a flower. It does not create a relationship. It does not ask you to be in a certain way, to behave in a certain way, to act in a certain way. It does not require anything. Just share. And in this sharing, there is no desire to receive a reward either. The same share is the reward. When love becomes for you a fragrance, it has tremendous beauty and possesses something that is far above the evil called humanity. It has something divine. I want you to know that love comes unexpectedly, not as a consequence of some effort on your part, but as a gift of nature. At that point, you would not have accepted it if you had been worried that one day, suddenly, it might end. Just that it comes, it goes. But there is no need to worry, because if one flower has faded, other flowers will come. Flowers will always continue to be born, but do not cling to a flower. Otherwise, soon you will find yourself clinging to a dead flower, and that's the reality. People cling to a dead love that was once alive. If you have something that gives you joy, peace, ecstasy, share it and remember that when you share there is a reason. I am not telling you that by sharing you will reach heaven. I am not giving you any goal. I am telling you that by sharing you will be tremendously satisfied. In sharing itself is satisfaction. There is no goal. It is not oriented towards any end. It is an end in itself. When you don't have love, you ask the other to give it to you. You are a beggar and the other is asking you to give it to him or her. Now, two beggars spread their hands to each other and both in the hope that the other will have it. Naturally, both feel defeated and both feel cheated. This is the paradox. Those who fall in love do not have love. That's why they fall in love. And because they have not love, they can't give it. And something else, an immature person only falls in love with another immature person, because only they can understand the language of the other. A mature person loves a mature person. An immature person loves an immature person. The basic problem of love is to mature first, then you will find a mature couple. Then immature people will not attract you at all. It's just like that. When two mature people are in love, one of the greatest paradoxes of life occurs, one of the most beautiful phenomena. They are together, and yet tremendously alone. They are so close that they are almost one. But their union does not destroy their individuality. In fact, enhances it. They become more individuals. Two mature lovers in love help each other to be freer. I love you. I can't stop it. It's not a matter of whether I can love you or not. I just love you. If you were not here, this auditorium would be filled with my love. There will be no difference. These trees would still receive my love. These birds would still receive it. And even if all the trees and the birds disappeared, that would not make any difference. Love would continue to flow. Love is, so love flows. Just as light surrounds the flame, love surrounds you. You are loving, you are love, then you have eternity. It is not addressed to anyone. Anyone who approaches it will drink from it. Anyone who comes to you will be delighted with him, enriched by your love. A tree, a rock, a person, an animal, doesn't matter. Even if you are sitting alone, Buddha, alone, sitting under his tree, is radiating love. Love is constantly raining around you. That is eternal, and that is the true yearning of the heart.